teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Good evening, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 340. A relatively short episode. I'll explain to you why. But before, big up to the people over there. The people them been asking, where is teach them? Or they now see my stream again. But we're there. Just some little things. Zane, I had intended to start 2020 few up and running really streaming vibes. But sometimes, you know, say, all woman at color, where you go? All woman are sweet for Kalalu are sweet for running our belly. And that local type of vibes. So, I them local things are going. But we're there. We give thanks. We're up and we're live. We're alive. I be a foolish is a go on in the country, brother. You understand? So much so that tonight, there's a lot of things to talk about, you know. But some of them are more detailed stream, like when Scotty did about and then sitting there. This week, the stream, I just want to take some time for show, you know, some of the things that were going on over the weekend, violence-wise. You understand? You know, we don't glorify violence. See, we don't thrive on violence. You understand? We don't hustle violence. But the truth is that it has to be spoken about. And some people are just about talking about it now, do nothing. Yeah, but at least I am informing my viewers as to what is taking place. That is what I do. I share information. You understand? I don't share opinions or feelings. We share information. So, and that is why people subscribe. They subscribe for credible info. So that is what it is. I mean, we have seen where there was a cabinet scuffle, reshuffle, kerfuffle, whatever that was. We're seeing the impasse between the government and Chief of the Okompong Maroon, Richard Curry. We have seen where zones of special operations have been declared here, there, and most places. Zane, we see where the aftermath of the Prime Minister pretend to be crying, the fallout or falling from that. We have seen where the COVID situation continues unabated. And the last thing I saw is that all hospital beds, COVID-related beds, are now full. So there's that, and the spin-off of what that will bring. Also, the number of children presenting with COVID-19 symptoms and testing positive have increased significantly since the start of January. Not sure if that is related to school reopening face-to-face and then something else. So the country continues to bleed. Every day is just more and more blood being shed, more and more blood being spilled, and it's like there's no end in sight. It is very frustrating. Yes, and it has gone beyond concerning. So where I think a week and a half or so ago, the US State Department issued a travel advisory, level 4, do not travel to Jamaica, through a combination of crime and COVID. I also saw where I don't even remember exactly what post he holds. Delano Seavright, who operates within the tourism ministry, came out and said that the advisory was more COVID related and not crime. When it's a big old crime and it tell us some place where you not forgot and where you not forgot there and then something. So it's like we can't read. You understand what I say? So peeps, all of things are going here, man. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Yeah, son. Me don't know. I don't know Rasta George. Because I say the things that are way. You see? And more time, all yesterday, I think I do one video yesterday and just take myself off of social. I just need a break. Like, one foolishness just replace another foolishness, and then the next foolishness, and then the next foolishness, and then I'll be a foolishness. You understand what I say? So, boy, I don't know, it's rough in a juncture. See, but I don't really come for ramble on and on and on and on and on. I come for talk a little still, but me share a link some places around some parts. You see? See what I go on here, so. Somebody share the link to a channel group, you know. the phone the crosses. So this a phone is a different phone. See, man, I have like something. So yeah, peeps. So enough look at things here, man. Before I proceed though, let me. I'll probably share that a little bit later. Still, I'll explain to you the largest part of the reason why I haven't been streaming since January, and it's not really what I think. So they don't know type of thinking. Yeah. So I could talk about a few little things. Let me see if I can get the file at work. I have one folder. 340 supposed to that. Some things upon it. Oh, we say Grace McLean and our story where appear Lean, Dean Bernard, and a whole heap of bag of chips here, man. I don't even know which part to start. Say me can work my something. You see? And thing. So I'm not open that. Hold on. As Ninja Man 1 said. Teach 340. Okay. Anyway, so some foolishness are going on our church side there. Boy, if I don't want foolishness, I next foolishness still. You understand? So Justice, Chief Justice, I say we need to dispense with jury trials and have only bench trials. Bench trial is just where a judge presides over the proceedings, while a jury trial, as it says, is a jury trial. That created a little bit of debate in the streets. You see it? And thing. As we said, the cockpit country thing continue, not the cockpit country, the compound maroon government saga continues. You understand? Whole heap of pettiness, if you ask me, on both sides of the fence. Zane and thing, the last time I streamed, I definitively stated that this thing needs to be treated with some level of alacrity. And so said, so done, both a day or two after. This side said that side said that, and a war. War and rumors of war. Stream quality updated automatically lowered because the internet connection was not. Zane, I have not yet sat down and put in the reading that would make me feel comfortable enough to definitively make a statement on certain things. So I'm kind of leave it alone for the time being. Zane, until I am versed enough and comfortably enough with all aspects of the situation, but I've said it already, and I'll say it again. I don't know that you can have a sovereign nation in a sovereign nation. Take from that what you will, Zane. And as I said before, when I pick no side, we just said the thing need to sort out. You understand? Because it is potentially very explosive. And I stick to that stance. You understand? A lot of egos and a lot of posturing and a lot of unnecessary pettiness is involved and all of them something. It not gonna benefit nobody. We saw where I remember reading an article in the midst of the whole thing, and where the chief from the maroon chief from Scottsall and Moortown and the other one them, I said that they have been trying to reach out to Chief Curry, for have some dialogue and thing, get some consensus, and apparently he was not receptive. And I saw where a meeting was convened with all the other maroon chiefs except Curry, and the Prime Minister, and there was a lot that was said about that. So I really don't know where I'm going with that something, but it needs to sort out. See, while I'm there, so I ramble on, let me just a quick overview of the cabinet reshuffle, scuffle, muffle, buffle, the ruffle, duff, something. See, much to do about nothing really. Not many things were really changed, except it looked like the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation is in need of 1 million people to operate in there. I don't know. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, I know they had a meeting with the PM, but the compound chief was not there. Apparently, he wasn't invited. And that led to some other things being said and fingers being pointed and accusation of pettiness and disrespect and all of them something there. So I don't know how much came out of the meeting and what came out of the meeting and where they go from here. But at least some dialogue was open as to why Chief Curry was not invited. I'm almost sure I saw something that came from Minister with responsibility for information, Nestor Morgan, that the posturing of Richard Curry was the primary reason why I was not invited. So I don't know. I still watch and I sit and I listen. You understand? He is up on the ground like. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You see me? Yeah. So you know, the cabinet reshuffle. First thing first, I was of the view from the get-go that Floyd Green would have been called in from the cold and brought back into the fold. I wasn't of the view that this would be the time that it would be so soon. I was a little bit surprised by that. And as I said, yes, and people was about teach him do this and him do that. Yeah, we get that. You understand? I understand that. But the truth is that politicians with any glimmer of potential and the people's interest at heart are so few and far in between that despite the fact that Floyd Green would have been involved in that indiscretion that he was involved in, he is somebody who I think has the potential to serve his constituency and his people well and probably the country on a whole. You understand? If we are going to suck salt through wooden spoon now and say, Ray, you see? But I never expect that he would be recalled so soon. Yes, he was not given full ministerial responsibility, but he's in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. I think in the Prime Minister office, I think he's a point person and needs, as they intend to roll out needs over the course of 2022. So that was a little bit surprising. As I said, he was always going to come back. You know, I shall return, shall we have a situation like, I just never expected it was going to be so soon. There were mutterings and murmurings and conversations that Chris Tufton would have been replaced as Minister of Health. That never materialized. Needs is rolling out. Yeah, man. The bill was passed through the House and some test run is being done and the NIDS facility, the printing facility for the identification cards was toured recently and all of them little things. So I think NIDS it's on its way out. So in, but I mean rolling out. Zane and there's up next. What me did I talk about again? So Christoph Tan. I know what's between me and not tell nobody say me tell you, it's just in a grapevine. Kind of get for you understand, say, you know, the Minister of Health and the Prime Minister haven't been singing from the same hymn sheet because the technocrats would have advised, or the technocrats advised the Health Minister a particular way, whilst the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance is looking another way because of the whole economic recovery and them something. And so me don't know what going on the other side. I mean, I hear some things still, but I don't know, crocus bag of things. Me just go and keep me ears on the ground and see what is what. So I don't know that when the Minister of Health speaks, he's speaking from his own heart. Or he's just pushing forward other people's thoughts. I don't know. So, that's what I mean here. We don't know. But he remains the Minister of Health. In the situation, I think that was the only sensible thing. You understand what I say? Others may have different views, and that is fine. Zane, we soon come to the Minister of National Insecurity. Because I say, I don't even know if I tell you about that one, but I could go and talk. The Minister of Education, Auntie Faval, she should have been reassigned. Me not grow on the corner. Oh, but me I hold my head on a corner vibe. Me not grow on the corner. You understand? The ministry needs direction. The ministry needs somebody who is firm and strong and is willing to make some head roll and throw some people out in the coal. Faval is not the person. You understand what I say? The anti-Faval skill sets, I think, is in industry and commerce or one of them part. You understand? The situation that is facing education at this point, the transformation that is needed to treat with the education sector, Then you need somebody young and full of vim, vigor, vitality, and so other things. Anti-favor not got that. You understand? You need somebody who is able to relate to the stakeholders in in the education sector, especially the children. You understand? And anti-favor, she might be a good mother and grandmother, you know, not get me wrong, but with Jamaican children, she's not the person. I was of the view that Robert Nesta Morgan, who was understudying her, would have been promoted to Minister of Education. That or you bring Alanda Terrelang from over culture and gender and then place there over education because it did kind of over there one time I understudy some people and then something. So I don't know, but I don't think keeping Favor there was the best decision. I guess probably the Prime Minister was looking at continuity. You understand? Seeing that she's there already, I don't know. She not young, Silver. And the Favor a big woman. I mean, the world know that. I don't know, secret. You see? So, and I have nothing against Antifa, you know. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I just don't think she's the best person to lead the transformation of the education sector. I think she's not firm enough. She's not militant enough. And that is what you need on our ministry there. Because a be a hanky panky we are going down there. You understand? And you need somebody where we run on people like. We're not sure Antifa is that type of person. We show over there again now. Montague move from transport and mining and all of them something there, and I don't even know him gone. That's gone in the Prime Minister office now. Because I lose check. You understand? The amount of people in the Prime Minister office, then me can't count them. You understand? I think that Robert Montague should have been stripped of all input in ministries and ministerial work and them something. But he is the chairman of the party, and the Prime Minister, in his wisdom, has to tread carefully, especially seeing that local government election is coming up around one corner, around one bend. So I think he's still trying to keep some of the powerful members in the party on his side. And I think also that may have been one of the reasons why Christopher is still Minister of Health. Because the truth is, you know, I think most Jamaicans like Dr. Christopher. I think the Prime Minister knows that as well. And he only really want to rough enough for that, seeing that his own approval rating has been dipping significantly in recent times. See, Horace Strong now, the Minister of National, remains Minister of National, He is the Prime Minister's very good friend. He is the Deputy Prime Minister. He's a senior member of the party. If you move him from this way, I'll put him. Some people did say health, but then that not so unhealthy. And you don't really want to look like you demote the big man neither. So I don't know. Horace Strong remains the Minister of National Security. The Prime Minister, in defense of that decision, is saying that there has to be some institutional and all sort of sitting. I don't remember the words that I use. Zane, but long and short, he must say a Chang run a thing, and there has to be some continuation of the work where Chang start. Whatever the work is or has been or will be, I don't know. You understand? What else going on around there? Zane, Manayard, Ardisha moved from agriculture and fisheries and gone around one place. I think industry and commerce in gone. And I think Pernell Charles Jr. is now at agriculture. Somebody young. That is what Floyd Green was doing well with before he make a fool of himself. You understand? So, because people were saying that Matthew Samuda, who has been understudying Horace Strong, should have been promoted as Minister of National Security and thing. But you see, the Minister of National Security thing is a local poison chalice type of thing, you know. You understand? The brightest of people with the most potential you put there, then good as just fist go, because it's security thing rough rasta, George. Right now, it's Ministry of National Security Ministry there. you know look good. You understand? So saying, because I've seen people say that Robert Nesta Morgan or Matthew Samuda or one of the young brothers, Pernell Charles Jr. should have been. But brother, you could have kill all the man them political career. They say, yeah, man. Career to the crime situation, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know the third process transport saga. Let me tell you something, I lose track, Junior. Like I lose track. Yeah, so the crime situation is, and people, let me put this out there. So again, if I sit down here and tell you that nothing is being done to treat with the crime situation, I would be disingenuous and I would be lying. See, things are being done. You understand, especially from a budgetary perspective and resource perspective. You understand, I think things are being done. However, the problem persists. The borders are still very porous. There are 140 unmanned points of entry around the island. People are coming from here, there, and everywhere. And all sorts of people where Interpol and the US and all places I look for and all that. It's rough. It really and truly rough. You understand? And the government continues to sing the song of states of emergencies. States of emergencies are not the solution. State of emergencies are yet one of the tools in the crime fight, and it has its place. However, it is not the full solution, because if state of emergencies was a solution, then the crime situation would have been at least contained and stabilized over the past 2-3 years that state of emergencies have been around the place. Why you implement state of emergency from the beginning? Because you needed some extraordinary measures and powers to treat with the situation. They were in some places for extended period of time. During the state of emergency, people still are dead in them places. The only thing, the numbers were lower. Fine. Seeing them find a few guns, fine. But the truth is that as the state of emergencies are discontinued, then it's like not change. So what was being done from a social and economic standpoint and education standpoint within these areas to treat with what existed before, to try and eradicate or limit it. Zane, if those things are not done, then you can have states of emergency until a compound become a state. No difference now gonna make, brother. You understand what I mean? I say? So whilst SOEs have their place and they are important tools in the crime fight based on the situation in the country, don't try to come and tell me that they are the saviors of Jamaica. No, they are not. A mindset change in the people, reduction of corruption in the police force and in the political landscape. You understand what I say? All well-thinking Jamaicans need to understand, say, there's a war going on and we need to decide which side of the war we're going to fight on, if we have it good or if it evil. You understand? It can't be no one thing. The police force alone can't solve crime. The government alone can't solve crime. The government alone can't push forward without the support of the opposition. See? And then the government and the opposition can't move forward without the support of the people. So, saying Horace Chang and saying Anthony Anderson and saying Andrew Holness, seeing them alone can't do it, brother. Because you see, as I talk about mindset again, Jamaicans, by and large, we are people of conditions. We want things, but we want it conditionally. You understand? We want crime to stop or crime to reduce. But when we know that our brother and sister, uncle and auntie and mother and father are criminals, we hug them up and we protect them and we defend them and we block road and burn tire and ball for justice. See? But when a somebody else over there's a family, how this and that, and you understand? A conditional justice we want, brother. We don't want real justice. Many of us know that our brother and our sister and our uncle are criminal. And what we do about it? Nothing at all. And when then dead, especially if a police kill them, road block and tire burn and tree cut down. We don't want no justice. We want conditional justice. We want justice from around our next part. We don't want justice right here. So we, look, I'm going to say this again. You and me are as big as part of the problem as Horace Strong, Anthony Anderson, and Andrew Holness. Which camera man? Now, you and me are probably even bigger parts of the problem than the Prime Minister, and people are going to vex and get their feelings, and the Minister of National Insecurities, and the Commissioner of Police. We are bigger problem. You understand? So nobody feel like say, us, them man, they can't have a magic one for waiver crime. No, it can't work, so. A one whole country have to fix a crime problem. So we need to start with the corrupt police officers, Zane, the corrupt politicians. I mean, if we forget rid of corrupt politicians, we could as. But never mind. We need to fix them things there. You understand? We need to invest more in technology and technological solutions. Yes, Jamaica is being built out. Yes, more and more technology is being implemented in the crime fight, and more labs are being opened, and people are being trained in this and that and that and that and that. These things take time. You understand? And one of the next thing that we need to understand, the crime situation in Jamaica did not happen overnight. So the crime situation in Jamaica cannot be fixed overnight. Sometimes the solution takes twice as long as the problem itself. You understand? So that is the next thing. So this thing will unfortunately be with us for a long time, because we have sat down for a long time, Zane, make excuses, defend with party, defend with Prime Minister, defend this, defend that, turn a blind eye to that, and want conditional justice. So we is a big part of the problem. You understand? Don't get it twisted. Zane? So whilst the buck stops at the Minister of Security and the Prime Minister and the Commissioner's feet, we have significant roles and responsibility in other something here too. You understand? Enough away. Turn a blind eye to enough things because it not affect us directly. You understand? And when you reach our doorstep, it's too late. We ball and roll. You understand? And said, that man not do nothing and that man not do nothing. But what were you doing? What have you done? What do you plan to do? You understand? And that's what I think right now. No one man or no one agency or entity can fix crime, brother. So the quicker we understand that and start play an active role, the better it is. Because first thing, we say, yo, right now, because me see enough of your comments, man, and enough of your video, them, you know, and man, I say, yo, when police find a man for gun, police will slap him when. If police slap the man, I want to see him when I go Black Road and demonstrate for extrajudicial killing and the police there, wicked. I want justice. So me not understand what I really want. You understand what I say? I don't know. Zane, we say children being killed, you understand, and not run a black and nothing. But when a man where me and you knows they are criminal, we go to school with him. You understand? We used to go to church with him, we play ball with him, we go to party with him. We know him, and we know him a criminal, and we know him kill people. But him are the most innocent thing on the face of the earth. Them man, they never kill mosquito. I be a mosquito bump upon them man. Them man, they even kill mosquito. We don't know him a criminal. And road block and tire burn and tree cut down. And looting and shooting going. And when they look at you, them murder, not even dog bark around them part there. So we demonstrate for criminals, but for our children, we are silent. You understand? So why is there a flare up of silence when there's a flare up of violence against our children? I don't know, man. I don't know. You understand? No one can tell me. Because I don't know. Tell me when you see demonstration go on for one child that is murdered both ya. And tell me as you say one criminal, known criminal. Look here, we know a criminal them. We don't know them. I mean, so we go to school with them. We party with them and this. We don't know a criminal them. We don't see as then they even have it dead. If police just grace them like community mash up and road block up, man. You see it? And then sitting there. And don't get me wrong, you know. A lot of and crime is a byproduct of corruption. Most crime and criminality. See, and we have and that has been so entrenched and ingrained, and incorporated and sown in our psyche and mentality and culture that to eradicate that, I don't even know. See? But it have to start. So there's no one contributing factor to crime. So there's no one solution to crime. That is the point of me trying. You understand? So me kind of ramble. But let me say that again. There's no one contributing factor to crime and criminality. Hence, there can be no one solution, no silver bullet for crime. Because their crime is multifactorial and multidimensional. So the solutions have to be multifactorial and multidimensional. You see it? And that's what the crime situations there. You see it? So no get up on top, but no one solution is there to crime. No part of the world. You understand? So I just saw a thing. We can't complain every day now. Or we can join the crime fight. We have to decide which side of history we want to depend. We have to decide what kind of country with grandchildren. Because it's too late for me, you know. What we are doing now is to ensure so our youths and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren live in a better Jamaica, you know. You understand? Because Jamaica will never be better for me and your lifetime, you know. Better to the level where me and you want it, you know. But we can't start it. You see me? No, Empress, with only time it gone beyond repair are when nobody else not living. Everybody dead and next, man. There's always hope, man. Yes, and once there's life, as cliche as it sounds, there's hope. It can't gone beyond repair. You understand? If enough people with the will decide to make it change, it have to change. You understand? So all hope is not last, man. You see me? It did not last, but it's rough. It tunnel long and whiny, you not see hen right now. But I understand what you say, but you know, impossible, man. You have to have strong leaders, Zane, with vision and commitment, and they are willing to do the things that are needed without being afraid of losing political capital. Because look, that's one of the things with Jamaican leaders. Many things that they do it with in the back of their mind. You know, I really want fall out of favor with the people and because election are do what you have to do, brother, and make the people them see. Eventually the right people them must say the right thing, you know. Even if it means, you know, with the next election, you know, history will have it as the right thing you did do for the benefit and the betterment of the country. You want to prefer that than one next election and you serve for next 10 years and you not achieve nothing. That's what I look on it. So if you strong enough to do the right things then up front and you pay the political capital, you would have served your country the best way you can. So if it means that the people them short-sighted and them not see the vision of the thing now, fine. You would have done your job as a citizen of this country. But no, the next election are coming up. You know, or else, you know, say next election are coming and we can't do certain things, you know, because we have to keep the people in on side and not charge it. You know, say the Clark's thing and the curry goat thing and the rum thing alone can't work, you know. You have to be, you see it? Yeah, and then look at things are going. And them look at things are going because a political capital politicians work off. You understand? And anything for score 2 political points are for them thing that. Instead of the long term. You understand? So politicians are more concerned with the short term than the long term. And that has been killing us since we're responsible for ourselves around our independence time. You see? Because every man want to make sure say you keep look here. Sometimes the people them have to understand say look here, this is the right thing. And I saw it I go do. So while if we go band with belly now and ball, in the future now we can dance and jump. If you want to go the nose of a run, man. The Singapore model is there. You understand when Lee Kuan Yew tell them so them have to go band them belly and suck salt through the spoon. Not everybody did like it. But no, Singapore is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. One of the safest countries in the world. You understand? It takes a strong leader with a vision and the appetite for us to understand that, look, If a one man or a two man see this and vex right now, a film business in a kind of long run, it's going to benefit him and in pitting them, a lead. That is why you are a leader. You understand? So as a leader, you can't always have the people them on your side. Yes, you want that. But decisions will have to be made where people are going to be against it. That is what leadership is about. Leadership is not a popularity contest, Being a leader is about leading. It's not about amassing popularity. You see me the point? That is what it is, man. As a leader, you have to make the hard decisions. That is what you were elected for. You weren't elected to try and appease everybody. As a leader, you can't do that. Because no matter what you do, some people are going to vex, some people are going to happy. So what you have to do is make the decisions that are in the best interest of the country. Some people are going to vex, some people are going to happy. It's a simple thing. You understand? And then your achievements and track record will speak for themselves. But no, we want to be in a power for 99 years and 99 days. And we do anything for that, Instead of the time that you have, you treat with the country's problems as best as possible, even if it means to the detriment of your political career. You are called to serve. You put up yourself to serve. So do that. And we're not talking about self-service because that is what most of our politicians do. And next thing, I say a particular trend of comment in a particular trend in I think. If you're new here, you look at me still. If you're new here, understand that I don't do politics. It no matter if them green or them orange or blue or purple, if them forget beaten, them and get conk in them forehead. So we not pick no side about it. So that's the first. If you're a new year, welcome. But understand, other places, their agenda, the only agenda I have is for a better Jamaica. For me and my children and my great-grandchildren and grandchildren them to enjoy. That is my desire. It no matter if a PNP in a power or JLP in a power, if them wrong up, them will get bang up, argument done. So when I get that in on the head. You understand? Because someone was so one-track minded and them crap. We don't do that. You understand? We give it to who forget it. Simple. We don't business with the guy. Because none of them don't put on iPad. So I work for myself. You understand? Yeah, man. So I want to just understand that. Now, Jamaica is where it is through a combination of wrongs done by the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party. Let me say that again in case you did not hear. Jamaica as it is now is where it is because of mismanagement and neglect and the self-serving behavior and nature of government formed by both the People's National Party and Jamaica Labour Party. You know why? Because no other party never form government. So are them responsible for where we're there now. Both of them, two of them. Two parties but are the same so I'd song them a play. You get what I say? So don't get it twisted. You see? So from 1962 come right down here, so is a combination of JLP and PNP farming government and them responsible for where country there. So I could get that out of the way. If you want to tell me say one more than the next, that's your business. What I tell you say, both of them responsible for where we there. Alright, so we just get some things out of the way. Zin? Again, added to the politicians them, your grandmother and your grandfather and your father and your mother and my father and my mother and grandfather and grandmother, them responsible for where country there too. Because them and them full political ways, how them mother labor right and them father PNP, so them have to be labor right and PNP with them full self. Them a part of the problem. So their sins are beat we. Because they ain't sensible, So I could get that out of the way too. Because it's like, say, no one admit to the foolishness, them, Zin? Next thing now, we come round, you understand, and we comfortably in a John shop, and we take any crap, So we are part of the problem too, and we take some blame. None of we not free from blame about us. All our we have sinned and fallen short of the glory of the Lord. Do not get that out of the way. And don't come with no foolishness. And the congregation say, Amen. You understand? Someone go get that out of the way. So nobody come point no finger around us. If you go everybody finger point, orange finger, green, everybody finger. And your grandparents and parents and them people there. And we, the whole of we are part of the problem. So somehow we are trying to extricate ourselves. No. We all of it. Are we responsible for that sitting here? You understand? Good. Now, before I move on, what should I do? I don't know I reach around this idea, you know. I don't even know I reach around this. But I reach around here. The country is not in a good state. The country is not in a good mood. The basket in the kitchen running out of food. And you can't find no excuse. A man chunk drink off the money and gamble and lose. Hear me as a man. It thing not look good. Me as a chicken I got raised by about $1,000 a pound of chicken. Right now it's alright, but nah, cause next year is a people I tell people that teach them say $1,000 a pound of chicken. Chicken not cheap. And me as a chicken I got raised by 10%. Then is what we're going to eat. You understand? Inflation in the economy is causing deflation in our spirit. You understand? Abation, sufferation, botheration, inflation, all sort of shan, politician and this in there. Rough. You see? Rough Rasta George. You see? So, everything except dead people are raised. I take bad things with jokes sometimes. Yo, the cost of living is increasing while our income are not moving forward. Frustration, you see? As a matter of fact, there was an article in one of the papers said the police have stated that the number of cases of domestic violence has increased significantly since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. People lock up and frustrated and no money now make and rough. It's rough, Rasta. I live in a place where I can sleep with my doors open right now, and I am one of lucky few. But boy, but KFC is a good thriving business, you know, brother. Then good as gonna mash up KFC. Yes, and my colonel get cross. Eh? Countries on a siege from terrorists, boy. That is putting it mildly, brother. That is putting it mildly. Is it? That is putting it mildly. Based on information from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the country would have grown in all 4 quarters last year. So, but then is that trickling down to the man on the street? Because money there, you know, don't feel like the money not there, you know. But the wealth is not even distributed, like in most countries, I suppose. You understand? But money is here. Money is right around the part here. It's just, you understand? As some fat neck, big belly man having money like, you see, I don't even know. But peace, it's frustrating. Like, it is really frustrating when you sit down and view the outlook of the thing. Like, we can't treat with the economy struggling for a while, because we live through how many years of economic stagnation and negative growth all along. But the crime thing is so disheartening, man. Like, every day you left your yard, well, you don't even have to left your yard. Every day you wake up and go back to sleep, you have to give thanks, because The thing rough in the street. The road bumpy, man. A be a patrol out there, man. As you step, so your ankle ring out, man. You see, it and the youth them not, they're not business. The youth them not business. Everybody dead at that a go on. You understand? Man a fight over turf. Man a fight over stolen gun. Man a fight over man dissing. Man a fight over money missing. Man a fight over lottery scam. Man a fight over nothing. Some man just a fight. If you touch him and say, yo, me G, see you now, war wrestling, but how you fight for? Ain't good at shoot, you kind of know if I tell you. You're fast in business too. You understand? The man, enough of the man, they don't know them. Yo, enough, I am certain that many of the young men who are incarcerated now, if you sit down and have a conversation with them tell us that them not even sure them a fight for. Them just see some man a fight, so them start fight too. Tell it. Ja. Takes it away. News broke last week, them time there, that some 72 confirmed murders occurred in the first 15 days of 2022. 72. I think that's 72. I don't want to tell a lie about nobody. See? But if I know 72, you know, the far from this. Because more time, so much foolishness go on, I can't remember everything, you know. And look how my head big, and I can't remember everything. Yeah? But 70 plus murder in a 15 days, brother. And since then, whole heap of people dead. You see it? As a matter of fact, I go and share with you some stories of murders and shootings that occurred since Friday, we're just gone, and yesterday. Because I don't hear about no murder we're going today. Knock on. I have to knock on board like. You see it? So I don't hear about no foolishness we're going since day like that. I hope it remain that way there. Because I say, we don't know. You see it? Mm-hmm. Pay him now ball way. Pay him a farm ball. Ball. Watch it. I remember say some people missing when I not said dead yet, like we're dead, that I truth, that just reality. So now but that's how it go. And then some people and still can't find some people and all they sitting there and they sitting there. People on a throat man for a highway and watch what go on since Friday. Some of the stories I'm familiar with them. Some of them I assure you are not familiar with them. But before I get into a sad part, let me just talk about a few local things and clear and match up something. As I told you before, last year I was suffering from burnout. Yeah? I started the channel in 2016, August 22nd, 2016, and it has been non-stop pushing, moving from stage to stage. And whilst doing that, I was still employed to a full-time job as a high school teacher. Balancing those two things is not even nearly as easy as some people don't think. You see? And you know, my first child, she lives in the States with her mother. But then my son came along as well, and that means that, you know, I have to share the time again, this and all sort of things. So it became very taxing. Yeah? And added to that, at work, I wasn't just a regular classroom teacher. I had senior teacher responsibility and them something. No super chat in a sizzler. You want to know, say, I can't turn it on, but I not turn it on. YouTube say it's not available at Jamaica, so make it stay. So if you want the link for run other part, then I can give you still. But it's super chat. When they say at Jamaica time, me wolo. Me go on wolo. You see it? Because I say I look at things that go on and them deactivate it and thing. And because I never did for activate it in the first place. So right now we don't use Stream Elements or PayPal. You understand? And thing. Me I be a good youth. You see, now violate them thing. So I was exhausted. Plus, treating for so long with the gruesomeness of some of the stories that I have covered and discussed. Emotionally exhausting as well. So I was physically tired. I was emotionally drained as well. So last year, especially for the second half of the year, I kind of, a cruise. Like, just I keep the thing going on, you know what I mean? Ensure I said the work still I do, but you know what I mean? So I decided that 2022, we're back at it. If you notice, I have uploaded more videos in 23 days of January than I would have uploaded in any month last year. We just been a put in by the work. Now I should have started streaming again, like regular streaming, consistent, but I noticed quite a little while back. I remember I got struck in my left eye playing cricket when I was very young. You know, I play a lot of cricket and a lot of football while growing up. And that eye kind of, you know, set away sometimes. But in about the past 2 or so years, I have noticed that, you know, if I am to, like, looking out now, I see everything, fine. But if I cover my right eye, seeing, and with a certain distance from some things, it kind of look a little bit blurry. And that started to become a little bit more pronounced. And you know me I say, alright, you know me I get old and I get cold and me I go and rest my eye and reduce my screen time a little. But remember that I spend hours editing sometimes, like hours. You understand? Plus with the online teaching for about a year and a half, double up the whole screen time and all of that sit there. So that was starting to become a little bit more pronounced. You understand? I want to tell you, say, upon one gravel road with that playing a tennis ball, man, and the ball take a bad bounce, man, and by the time we duck or sway, we get a left hook, you understand? And thing. But I noticed, like, mid-December, like, it was becoming more and more pronounced and stuff. So I'm saying, you know, I'm going to reduce my screen time and ease off of streaming. Right now, I have two light that shine on my face, that's up, plus the screen, plus everything else and thing. But I realized, say, nah, get no better and thing. And I decided that I needed to see an optometrist, I guess a little bit different, but we're not going to do the research and things. So, the place that I wanted, I had to wait a while for the appointment, and I went in and do the thing, and like, I know the problem was there, so I didn't really need them to tell me. We just need to know how they're going to fix it. And I wanted to say that, yeah, I think I set up a bracket, you know, but it's the next story for you next time. See? And thing. And many people think that this is a test glass. No, it's not. It's just, well, if I look at it, kind of have a little brown tinge. It is to protect my eyes from the blue light emitted from the computer screen. So that would have helped somewhat. But we need to upgrade it now. So I would have done the examination, and turns out that my left eye, it is not perfectly round as my right eye. And my right eye has been carrying my left eye for a little bit. Yeah, that's that. While it is very minor, it is there, and because it has been there for a bit of time, it was becoming a bit more pronounced now. So yeah, I did the examination and do the glass thing and thing. I wait for it and I think that's my forget about 10 working days. So that is one of the reasons why I kind of ease my screen time and think. I mean, that we did for there so long a stream said, you know, because I do about 45 minutes and cut. Because I have about 2 hour interview for edit for Tuesday and things. So, that's a part of it. So one of the reasons why I don't really stream as often recently is because it's just not something I'm really discuss with people. I am a private person, and if you know me, you know that. You understand? And I am somebody who don't talk a lot either. If you know me, you know that. But people think me talk a lot. I don't. Me just talk when me have to talk. You see it? So that is that. Yeah, we wait upon them and then glass and thing, and we saw go on from this. So yeah, man, the doc say you're good, man. It's just you're. I don't remember exactly when, but it say it's a little bit oval instead of perfectly round. So apparently it can be corrected. So them take my money and then sitting there and say them might give me one glass. So me I wait for it. So as soon as that forward, the streams will be a lot more consistent than this. So yeah. Yeah. Teach him first me I know say private. Yeah, scary, everything good, man. Everything alright. The eyes look good. Yeah, them look alright, you know. You understand? But yeah, you want cast like. But after that, so let me get that out of the way, because I feel like I don't talk about them things and I just go pack up and go to my bed, you know. You understand what I mean? I don't more talking after that. So, that go on. Yeah, man, so the screen time, so you know the glasses will come with a anti-glare coating and all of them. Some look of niceness. You understand? As me say, glass things set up for broke, you know, but it is what it is, ain't it? Oh, I did copy one something for PS1 at a time, though. But Sizzler fan did say. So see the link here. For, yeah, we there talk about super chat. We're not activate it. Like I can reactivate it, but it's not supposed to be on. You understand? So we not trouble them things. So you can use a link there at a time, being. Kerry, you're alright, you know. You're alright till the doctor see you, you know. One of the glasses I got thick. Alright, Alice, go on wonder. Yeah, classic soul. I want to say right one good, you know. Yeah, man, I must say right one perfect, but left one kind of look a bit off, you know. But yeah, I could get into the rest of the thing now. May I try paste the link over here, so. But I don't know how to go on. The page will freeze up. And these things. Okay, I want this one here, some boom. Try to close on some things. So as me I say now, some things are going on since Friday. I mean, as I say, you are familiar with a couple of the stories, but I'm just showing us them things are going on since Friday. There was triple murder in Bounty Hall, Trelawney. I did a video on that zine where 6 people were shot, 3 died, and I think 3 were admitted in hospital in serious condition. Reports so far have suggested that they were the victims of a gang feud that has been ongoing, and they were not the target of the attack, but the vehicle that they were in is the vehicle that the other people, them when the man them did look for the something for something. You understand? So gang feud led to shooting of 6 people in Trelawney. So the police have linked Friday morning's shooting of 6 people in Bounty Hall, Trelawney, to a gang feud in the area, and are reportedly following strong leads in the investigation. 3 of the injured persons died, as I said, and three others, all women, remain in serious condition. And the deceased have been identified as 24-year-old Daniel Williams, otherwise called Alkaline, 26-year-old Tashi Black, otherwise called Tash, and the 25-year-old Shanelia Clark, otherwise called Suki, all of Trelawney addresses. Now, investigators reported that sometime before 2 a.m., Williams and the 5 women were returning from a party in Wakefield when they stopped at a yard in Bounty Hall to pick up a friend. They were attacked by 4 men carrying rifles and handguns. CCTV footage have been circulating in relation to the incident. I am certain that many of you have seen it. Sizzler fan, thanks so much and I embrace. Really and truly, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Give thanks. You see it? I say I can't paste this, just unpin it. Page I really move on the shaky side. Alright, see man, I try do a look at things. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go on until that. So thanks for the contribution, Empress. I try to pin the link, but something else I move like Horace Strong. Sleepy. Why that's so funny. Was that? Yes. So, Superintendent Carlos Russell, commanding officer for Trelawney, said the shooting appears to have been a case of mistaken identity. So, the persons who have been killed are not a part of the conflict and would have been innocent persons. But based on what we have received so far, the perpetrators would have mistaken the vehicle for another vehicle and shot the wrong persons, he revealed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? God. 5 women, 1 male. Ja. Rastafari. Boy. And long story short, yeah, that go on. So that I saw the Friday start, because that was almost 2 a.m. Friday. Zane, so I could continue showing the things that were going on from Friday to these times. Auntie. Juta Tours operator found stabbed to death in St. Anne. That was Friday as well. So a beloved Juta Tours operator was found dead with stab wounds and his feet bound in his car in a wooded section of Discovery Bay, St. Anne. No, I think on Thursday them find him body for true. But we still work with that one. You understand? Auntie. Something that's still not in it. I don't know. Boji Russell, blessings in the farm. Nix, manners in it. Go on. Oh, pin. Thing is so annoying. Don't know why my computer is behaving like 99-year-old Miss Muriel. Yeah? And things. So reports are that residents became suspicious when they saw a Toyota which parked along a section of the roadway in a heavily forested area in Bridgewater, Discovery Bay, about 3 p.m. on the day in question. So the police were summoned, and upon their arrival, Miller's body was found in the back seat of the car. It had multiple stab wounds, and the throat was slashed. His feet were also bound. The body was taken to the morgue where a post-mortem will be conducted at a later date. So the police collected several sharp implements from the scene, including a pair of scissors. Ah, boy. Contractor stabbed to death in Steertown. Suspect in custody. So Steertown in St. Anne was the scene of a heated altercation between 2 men, resulting in one of them being fatally stabbed. Dead is 42-year-old contractor Rohan Wilson from Steertown. So it was reported that Wilson and another man were involved in an argument that later developed into a physical confrontation about 6:30 p.m. During the feud, Wilson was allegedly stabbed in the neck by the man who later fled the scene. The wounded man was assisted to the hospital where he died. A manhunt was subsequently launched by the police for the culprit, who was apprehended sometime later in Ocho-Rios. So the suspect remains in custody, pending a question and answer session with the police in the presence of his attorney. Man shot dead at beach in St. James. But let's read them off of them. A Trelawney man, Camry White, OC Bl00DY, was shot as he sat on the fishing beach in the Lilliput section of St. James shortly after noon. This go on Thursday, but them news article a Friday them reach you. The 34-year-old who was from Warsop in the parish, was shot several times by an armed man, according to police reports. He was pronounced dead at hospital. So his killing is the fifth murder recorded in St. James in the start of the week, and one of two that happened on Thursday. So Mohan Morris and Nakeem Erskine were both shot and killed on Tuesday. Siobhan Green was gunned down at his home on Wednesday, while on Thursday afternoon, up-and-coming artist Javon Capella Don Willie was shot dead in an attack that left another man injured. Yeah? Alright, let me continue. Man shot dead. Female companion injured shortly after arriving home in Old Harbour. Eh? So gunmen struck in a section of Old Harbour, St. Catherine on Friday night, leaving a man dead and his common-law wife injured shortly after they arrived home. The deceased has been identified as Patrick Pearson, a 59-year-old plumber of an Old Harbour address. His female companion received minor injuries from the gun attack and was released from hospital after being treated. Now, reports are that shortly after the couple arrived home in their motor car sometime about 9 p.m., another vehicle, a Toyota Probox, drove up and armed men alighted from the Probox and opened fire at the couple inside their car. Pearson managed to exit the vehicle but was chased and shot several times by his attackers before the gunman fled the scene in the waiting motor car. So the wounded man and his partner, who received a single gunshot wound to the leg, were assisted to hospital. Pearson, it is reported, died on arrival while his companion was treated. Now, a motive for the gun attack has not been established. An investigation is ongoing. Let we continue. 2 men arrested in connection with the highway murder. I think I did a video last night. I was not furnished with all the information at the time, so I just worked with what I had, but there's more information about the story that I did last night. Well, a second story that I did last night. So 2 men are now in police custody in connection with a murder along a section of the Edward Seaga Highway on Friday night. Now, reports are that about 10:15 p.m., members of the Jamaica Defence Force traveling on the highway were alerted by a motorist who reportedly saw a body being dumped from a silver Nissan Sylphy. Now, acting on that information, the JDF officers intercepted a Nissan motor car with 2 men on board. A search of the vehicle led to the siege of a Taurus revolver, while blood stains were seen in section of the vehicle. So further checks by the JDF officers led to the discovery of the body of an unidentified male along the roadway. The body was taken to the morgue. And the suspects, when I scripted this video, their names were not released. I think their names are out now and they are both of St. Catherine addresses. It is believed that one of them is a businessman, not sure exactly what type of business, but one of them is 21 and one is 35. And them something. Let me go continue. Woman gunned down at plaza in Spanish Town. So armed assailants gunned down a woman at her business establishment at Royal Plaza on St. John's Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, on Friday. The information is sketchy at this time, but the woman appears to be in her 20s. So the attack took place on Friday morning, and it doesn't appear it was a robbery. It is a possible hit. We are pursuing leads into the murder. Superintendent Howard Chambers, head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, and thing. I think her name is Shireen. Clips have been circulating with her lying lifeless on the ground in the shop, and pictures have also been circulating. Jaja. Businessman shot dead in Westmoreland. So a businessman is the latest victim of gun violence in Westmoreland after he was shot dead in Fuller's Field in the parish on Friday. He has been identified as 22-year-old Everton Johnson. Now, according to reports, Johnson was at his business establishment when 2 men drove up on a motorcycle about 5:30 p.m. Further reports are that the men ordered cigarettes, and while being served the items, they pulled firearms. Johnson tried to flee from the armed men, but he was chased and shot several times in the upper body. Residents who heard the gunshots alerted the police, and they later found Johnson suffering from bullet wounds. He was transported to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. 66-year-old woman shot dead in Nagahead, Portmore. I'm hoping I keep counting up. A 66-year-old woman was gunned down during a hail of bullets after gunmen invaded Casinore Drive in Nagahead, Portmore in St. Catherine Friday evening. The identity of the deceased, was not ascertained at the time of this article being published. She is believed to be a vendor, though. Now, reports are that heavily armed masked men entered the community about 7:30 p.m. Friday and opened fire at residents. When the gunshot subsided, the senior citizen was found suffering from bullet wounds. She was pronounced dead at hospital. While a motive has not been established for the killing, the police say several violent acts and conflicts in the community have linkages to persons residing overseas. Continuing, police identify victims in Dunkirk. Double murder. So the police have identified the man and woman who were fatally shot in the East Kingston community of Dunkirk on Friday night. They are 21-year-old Tamika Harvey, otherwise called Mumsel, and Trevor Campbell, otherwise called Breads. Reports are that Harvey and Campbell were shot and killed when gunmen opened fire at people attending a wake in a section of the community called Red Ground. Residents in the area said the shooting happened sometime after 8, and the police are yet to determine a motive for the shooting. Continuing, 16-year-old boy among two shot dead in separate St. James incidents. A 16-year-old boy was shot and killed in Irwin Heights, St. James on Saturday evening. The deceased has been identified as Chris J. Thompson. According to the police, Thompson was attacked in his community by unknown assailants at approximately 6:45 p.m. Similarly, in the Green Pond community, 29-year-old Adrian South, otherwise called Andrew, was shot and killed by unknown assailants approximately 12:45 p.m. on Saturday. The Mount Salem police are investigating, and St. James has recorded some 19 murders since the start of the year. I'm so tired. Jaja. Jamaica need a death penalty. I know that some people wouldn't care, but some would. Fair point. Fair point, that Father Henry. You understand? Just like the SOE, in my opinion, the death penalty is not the solution. While it is a tool that would probably be a deterrent to some people, it is not the solution to the problem or the full solution to the problem. It is yet another tool that would aid, not aid, that would aid in the fight. See, but it's not the solution, because the reason why people did that end before is because people did still kill people, though. So, ain't like it is the solution. It is just another tool, another good tool. Yeah, and as I said, that would act as a deterrent, because enough man fight for come on for death row and them something. So I guess, but so what? Lanny Eslap said what we need is love, boy, bro. Boy, that's the level. I don't know, brother. Jamaica needs good navy to get the guns and CCTV. I think the proliferation of CCTV has been increasing, and so the whole Jamaica Eye infrastructure as well. But many private citizens have been installing CCTV. You understand? Some people don't see the benefits, and some people think it's expensive, and it's really not that expensive for the benefits that they will get from it. But some people are adamant that CCTV are not really for them thing like and thing. I don't know. Jones also. Yeah, I think I see where the JCF has been increasing their use of drones. I don't know exactly when and where they use them, but I know that they have been acquiring some, because I've seen some of them in use as well and things. So, as I said before, earlier, resource-wise, I think some improvements are being made within the JCF. I know they would have refurbished or rebuilt over 100 police stations recently. And I mean, that is important, because the working environment is critical if you want the moral of workers, security force members to be at a high level. Moral is important. And as I said, resources are improving, but we are so far behind. Every little drop come like a nothing. You understand? We are probably 2 decades behind as it relates to resources and technological implementation within the crime fight apparatus infrastructure. You understand? Need body camera. Yeah, true. I think there was a pilot program one at the time. I don't know if a pilot crash and thing. I intend to ask some people within the JCF some questions, hopefully soon, and let's see if it works out. I've been trying to speak to somebody who is very high within the JCF for a little bit. It has not worked out just yet. They have agreed, but based on timing and when they are ready, I am not ready. When I'm ready, them not ready. Because the situation where it kind of fluid, where then we just call it today and say, availability exists, but then I would have had other plans and have other assignments to deal with. So you know what I think. So we are work towards getting some answers to some questions. Things that are happening in Jamaica, and ask some of the questions that you have been asking as well. Seeing some hard questions. You see me? And things. So we are waiting and we hope that it becomes a reality. As I'll not make reference to whom, but I know that having reached out, it was agreed that it is something that would also interest them, as in the police force. You know what I mean? Seeing our audience base is very wide and varied. Them no mind. So we see what go on. Jamaica police need a better way to operate. Like how Father Henry, I know Scotty did been say she want a call-in program one at a time to deal with the crime conversation, but when I reach on to that yet still. So I guess that time, we can hear the PM the red flag, the white flag. Wagwan. I mean, the thought process of the viewers as into, recommendations and suggestions. And I will assure you that some of the people you don't think listen or watch, they listen and watch. And if them don't get to do it, them have them them people for various reasons. Some reasons that I'll share with you in the future. Some reasons I'll just leave alone. You understand? But they watch, man, and they listen. You see me? Because the truth is that even though we beat up everybody, our things still kind of up on a level where, them realize we're different. You understand? So whilst we beat them, we still want what's best, and we don't really have an agenda. You understand? We don't have no political affiliation or alignment, and you know what I mean? So I am certain that they have heard things here and you have shared things and they view the comments and check. You understand? I don't know exactly who them be, but I know them there. And as we say, we have documented proof that them pre-war going. So, you know what I think? The PM a cry. Seem like a stronger lead. Kevin, don't get carried away, my friend. Don't get carried away. Separate and apart from the PM a cry. Don't get carried away, bro. Just hope for a better Jamaica, and we could try as one unit, united, go forward now. You understand? Yeah, man. Don't get carried away by whatever you might get carried away by. You see me? Yeah, man. Because you think rough. You see me? Everybody's a good leader when they not lead. Every man is the best leader when them not lead. You understand? The whole of we are best leader when we not lead. And we have all of the ideas, you understand, and we have all of the answers and the solutions. I don't know what them keep all that the Prime Minister did that cry. By the way. You see me? Yeah, man. So that man not leave him kidding at the vehicle. He's in charge yet. Oh, boy, that situation is very sad in the Andre. You understand? Me just a punting. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kevin, but me just say. But just know say every man is a leader when them not lead. You understand? I don't saw a thing go. You see it? Boy, DNJ, there are grounds for many grounds on which he can be charged, especially so there is negligence, there is recklessness, but the overarching because I was reading an article where Peter Champignon, Bert Samuels, and I think Lloyd Barnett, they were giving their perspective on it, and everybody has agreed that there is the laws that suggest he could be charged for manslaughter. So I am watching. It is really sad, though, DeAndre, and I really and it is a thing obvious apparently what's the correct name something syndrome, forget child syndrome or leave child syndrome or I don't know. It's sad. Let's see what happens. Such a sweet little girl, like why do I even know? And apparently, many people walk or leave them in a vehicle enough time, forget them. I was doing a little bit of research on the forget child or something. Somebody in here know the right terminology, but it's a thing. See, I remember I also, based on the reading that I was doing, a father in the United States who forgot his child in the vehicle for some 7 hours and the child died. He was sentenced to life in prison and 32 years to some other crimes. You understand? So there's precedence. Why? Why? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What? And then, me I said, the baby never did that cry like, if I'm here in a Black River police station, he lock up in a car, the police from a Santa Cruz, I hear my ball. Like that, me certain. So, why we don't do it? Me don't know. But the answer is a good question. But there's grounds on which he can be charged for certain. As to whether or not, based on the discussion and the investigation, negligence is seen as being a part of it or recklessness that would have led to the child. Forgotten baby syndrome. Thanks, Black Anise. Appreciated. See? Auntie. So, I don't know. But that must be. Can you 8 hours? Why? 8 hours is a long time, you know. I don't know still there, Angie. I tell you, I'm not evil. Dancehall, reggae, hip hop. I'm not gonna talk about the machine that Chang issue. But it look like it's a vlogging channel that have dancehall hip hop, so you're not gonna talk about it, man. Then you want people to talk about things that they don't know about or things that they can't prove, sir. Then that not safe. That not safe, you know. You know one thing. Let me say this too. Zane, Dane Brown. That's a fair point. Let me say a look at thing. I am getting the feeling like generally people out there have the view that you can just get up and talk about anything you want as a vlogger. It don't work like that. While some people can, because nobody not see them. Them not import. They not no clout. Them not have no pull. Nobody not take them serious. And everybody can say certain things and some man lie and alright. You have to be careful in the streets, brother. See, so it's just a word of advice out there. As I say, while some people, the truth is some of we on the YouTube thing and nobody in the whole scheme of things. That is the truth. Some of we just have hustle. Some people, some man, no matter what they say, nobody not take them serious. You understand? While when some man talk, enough people run from out of that because they get liquid at the head. You see it? So, do a video about it if you feel you need, brother, but you can't expect some man man for do video say Chang is gonna a mobi and no man say Chang is gonna mobi. Then that not safe, bro. I mean, tell you, sometimes you forget to emotions out, I think, and just deal with the thing as it is, you know. You see me? Andrew Francis, big up yourself. You see it? Yeah, man. You have to be wise. You can't do that. And then when we talk, we always 99.9999% try to ensure that we are speaking from a position of facts. So if a guy even feel like he want to lie right way, then we take it from there, so because we never fabricate nothing. You understand? So what we say, it can stand up to examination and scrutiny. We don't get carried away, brother. And then unlike many people, and people good as vex, we don't hustle YouTube. It's not a hustle, it's a job. And we treat it as a job with professionalism and responsibility. You understand? And sus and gossip and he say, she say, and we say. Facts. You understand? Data driven. Accuracy. You see? So whilst it may not drive as many views as other people, because you know people love foolishness, we're good with that. We do well enough to survive. You understand? Simplicity we use to survive. And as I said that, many of the videos that I do most of the time, even though they may become monetized eventually, for the first one, the video they had, they don't make no money. But the truth is that our other work take care of itself, you understand? So we give thanks. As in, you know, the interviews them and some other content and everything. So we do our thing different, brother. It's not a hustle for we not hustle it, we not try to mislead nobody, we not push no agenda. We just treat with facts. You understand? Facts are not sexy, Zane, but we're good with that. We're good with that. You understand? Everything good. So you have to be careful, man. You can't just get up and say things because you can't say things. You see it? You have to be wise. And you can't make your viewers them join a foolishness. Because let me tell you this. Whilst you have some viewers who will stand with you, you know, and support you, Zine, and put their money with them out there when anything come to it. You know. When a lawsuit slap you in your face, you know, them take with themselves. They just go and watch the next channel they're on your own. So you have to be careful about that, you know, because someone will get caught up and carried away, you know. If you look at dollar, you know, in a worth it. You understand? You look at dollar the way I make you pay a liar. See, teach, why am I seeing two PayPal account? Alright. Blades of shades. You see, cause PayPal is a thing, you know, one at a time, them black one account, I don't know what them a say, if them a say too active. Then they black one, and then free up one, and then black one next one. You see that link I make just drop, click on it, at the right one, that one there. You see it? So I don't know. Yeah, man. Some of us are one the man, because I know if you watch and listen, you know, not going to admit it, but you know watch and listen, and I have treated with things where many of you couldn't stand up to. You're not careful. You know, be careful. You understand? The thing with us is that when we speak, we know, on a year say and he say, she say, we, and even though sometimes where we get our info from, them get it wrong too, but generally speaking, you have to be wise. You understand? You can't get carried away. You see, and you can't do anything for your dollar, because sometimes the dollar can't pay the bill we are going to reach. Remember that. A word to the wise is sufficient. That's my granny used to say. So, we are teaching and we have to teach youths them, because they don't understand themselves most of the time. You know? Every man just run, go this and that and. Be careful, man. Jamaica is becoming a very litigious nation, you know. You understand? Everybody's, they might take up their so. No, careful. Because the truth is that someone will not make enough money to pay a lot for retain one good lawyer. That is the truth. So, no careful. Do nothing, but do nothing the right way, the bright way. Yeah, man. So, I don't know why peeps. As I say, I work to the wise is research. I would just give me some of their money. Empress Rosie, thanks. You know your fingers then good as freeze the when they try to send the money, but give thanks. I appreciate it. Because we know say you play a score. You understand? Yeah, man. You know say your finger then kind of I get all. Oh, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Art I love sis. Pick up yourself. Yeah, so peeps, as I said, we just showing what going on over a weekend period. I mean, from late Thursday into Saturday night, a portion of people, Zane, and thing, you have to you have to you have to be careful. And being careful sometimes because sometimes you go about your business, you conduct your own business, you treat your family and you get caught up in a thing. Cause a man them ruthless and heartless, yeah, man. So you just have to be careful. So you never drop your guard. You understand what I say? And don't stray. That's the next thing. Try not stray. As I say, you know, if it's stray, you know, if you get spray, you know, but try not stray. You reduce a chance of getting spray. It's sad. I mean, just probably sound casual now, but when I think about the thing sometimes, it just really and truly sad, brother. Yeah, so that I say, just really and truly sad. Because, I don't know, man. I know. But that said, I love my country to my heart. See? And like some people just get up and say them love them country. I have given up myself to my country. You understand? And I continue to give up myself to my country. And I'll continue to give up myself to my country for the betterment of my country. That is part of why I became an educator. You understand? To give back to my country. To create some youths as how I was created by my teachers. You understand what I say? So we don't just get up and talk the thing, we walk the walk. You understand? When I just start the talk. You see? So somehow we get up every day with this or with that with nothing, man. You understand? One never do for the country. We calm down and do some things to the country and try to uplift the country, brother. You understand what I say? And remember, say, as bad as things might be, many good things are going about the place. Many good things is are going in about the place. You understand what I say? We have to all add some more work. We couldn't know that extra good things are going. But it's just that negativity is so trendy. Negativity is so topical that the good things are being overshadowed. And that is why we create JA positive. You understand? We need to start do some work around the other side too. Zine, but everything take a little time. Things take a little time. I remember so we're not in this. We're not doing sprinting thing. We're not so fast. It's a marathon with the pan. You understand me? I say long, like many marathons. So everything I got fall in place when a time for fall in place. You understand? So I just saw it thing go. For the people out there we are fight a good fight. For the people out there we are stay strong in a Babylon and in front of Babylon, we have to just go and hold firm. You understand? Holding firm. You understand? Because it not a tough rasta. See, for the well thinking, law abiding Jamaican citizen, you know as well as I do, the fight is on. It is our responsibility for like well, I mean I know. Keep on fight. We have to keep on keeping on because the moment we stop at the moment we lose Jamaica. And people are going to say about teach we lose it already. No, we don't lose it yet, man. You understand? See, the fight still a go on, man. Until the last warrior dies, you don't lose the fight. You see it? And things. So we just have to go on fight. You understand? We need to load this garrison divisive, tribalistic, partisan ideology and mentality. See, and unite. You understand? That is what them do from a long time. Divide and rule, man. That's what them conquer, you know. We need to unite the fight, brother. See, some of we can pull left and some of we are pull right. We have to decide what is the right thing and like the tip of an arrow, one direction. You understand what I mean? I say we can't continue for my party this or your party that. Brother, we're not a party. Jamaica is not a party. You understand? Jamaica is a country. Your country and my country. This is not orange country or green country. Black, green, and gold like that upon the flag. You understand what I mean? I say? So we need to decide, say, look here. The criminals are united, even though they kill off them one another some of the time. So if some of them man can unite and a fight for turf and a fight against some other man, then how we gonna beat them? If we're not united. See? But we're still not the same divisive, tribalistic, political ideology, mentality from back in the days. And it a cripple we, brother. You see me I say? It a cripple we. Everybody a try to score a political point. Everybody are different for them part. We're not a party. Jamaica is not a party. We need to understand that, man. Like, you go up on Twitter sometime. It even like I like Twitter. Twitter provides you with information, and I'm all about getting information and accurate information. So sometimes I go on Twitter. Sometimes I just left because yo, Twitter is no Facebook. Cause I think most of the people them spend time on Facebook sometimes. Then me not sure about them. That's how me feel about Twitter, you know. You understand? Like it is just a ghetto man of people who think them really know things and they don't know much. You understand? And instead of go find the information for themselves, them wait for them favorite vlogger. That's why I always say, no, don't come here so come sit down and take everything we teach as gospel. And so you go. If I say something and you don't agree with it, tell me. That's fine. If I say something and you feel like you want to go do your research, go do your research. You understand? We can't lap up everything because many of us, many among us, we have agendas. Many of us, we have pushed some agenda. And because you're here where you want here, you know, see what I go on. Do the research for yourself, man. Yes, you rate your vlogger and you listen what them have to say. But don't take it as gospel, family. Go do the research for yourself, man. I wouldn't want to have a set of students where everything me come tell them and just grab it up and I eat that. Nah, man, go do your research and come challenge me a class when my class nice, man. Come off with some things I have to say. Jaja, you know I'm not sure about that. Me have to go check it out and come link it back when I come to class tomorrow. Me like that. You understand? Me don't want to go on class. So I just everything when Mr. Williams say and me not depend that. No fun knowing that. Come link me and say, sorry, you didn't know say. Sir, you know what my ear say. Sir, what you think about? You understand? Me don't want everything. Oh, yeah, man, I saw you go, man. Here. Me not depend that. See, so I do some research for myself, man. And then you teach me some things too. You understand? Let me learn some things. Because I don't know enough things. Enough things I don't know. You understand? I like when I learn things. You see? I'm always telling you, say if me read something and I see one word I don't know, me I go research a word. Me I go look for the meaning. Because one new word. It's just me that. You understand? Me always want to learn things. I know my head kind of have a space too. So, you know, just give me some things to put in our head. You understand? Some worthwhile things. Don't depend upon teach them, man. For everything. Because I don't know everything. And sometimes, even though we try to verify the info, sometimes it is inaccurate as well. Because that is just how news go. BBC get things wrong. CNN get things wrong. You understand what I say? So that's the nature of it. What we try to do is to limit the amount of times. And if we get something wrong, if we not do a video, if we said this was wrong, when we come on stream, we said we did wrong. Like, nothing harder that we can't wrong and strong. You understand? We want to know so the people them understand the thing. Because, you know, so the thing. Peace, big up on yourself. We appreciate the ones them, you know, interview. Tues. I think a boys the roses, you know. Boys it. Dancer boys it. Boys you can talk about Bogle and William Gart and John Hype and Ice and everybody. You understand? So, I'll cut it now because I tell you I'm not overdo the screen time until my glasses are here. So, interview, I don't even know if I'm going to start cut tonight or what. You know, I'm here up, so I'm going to have to power with him for a while and see after I'm going to sleep or what, if I can do some editing. But I have that, and that is about 3.5, 4 hours out of editing. So I will have a screen time that so I'm not to go to over the computer. So my left eye kind of, you know what I mean? This set away. Yeah, I got the whole rose. If I not tell you, man, that me I tell you. Me I tell you, say people them say. I tell you, I have to wait about 1 week for your appointment and then say at 5 o'clock. And then me I say, then lady, between me and you, like, me I call you because me not sit so well. And then at night you want me come there when me can't see at night. And I'll be after. But yeah, that's I think. But we're good, man. The doctor say everything balanced, man. It's just that my left eye kind of look a bit, you know what I mean? And my right eye kind of do most I work for a while, so. See him? Teach them. So the next stream, I got in your tickers. No. About 10 working days, man. On Friday, I do the examination. So, I preset probably a week after next Friday. So, the next Friday, I go ready it. And I'm going to try stream going forward, you know. So, I just get back if eyes. I'm telling you, so that is the reason why I have been trying to rest my eyes. You understand with the whole screen and lighting thing and then something then when me not stream on Friday again now. Most Sundays I try to start editing the interview or finish editing the interview on Tuesday and Sunday because I normally have interviews on Mondays. And most of the times, Zane and thing. I mean I try to do I limit the interviews them to two per week. If I have to do more than two, based on the availability, I will. But based on how thing go, I try because sitting down preparing for the interview is also a lot of screen time, a lot of research and thing. So it's a whole host of thing, everything. And my plan for do that something for a while, so I have to protect my eye. Yeah, son. I mean, me like look on the ladies then. So I have to up and running. You see, because ladies them nice looking like, yeah, son. So do we need with eyes. Peeps, big up on yourself. Please be careful. COVID is still here. COVID ain't going anywhere. You understand? We have survived, all of us. Um, People among us have tested positive and have recovered. We give thanks, you understand? Unfortunately, some people have died. Let's continue the good fight. Let's continue to be vigilant. Let's continue to be careful. Let's continue to edify and educate our children as to the situation, especially now seeing that they're going out to school. You understand? You can't drop your guard because when you get comfortable, you get COVID. Yeah, this is a thing. So that's something that go on. If you live overseas, you still have to be careful. Mass shooting still go on. You understand? All of foolishness go on. All of places like a Jamaica alone, people are dead. But the people in my yard, especially, boy, I think rough. But we just have to go and fight it out and try tip the scales in our favor. You understand? Because evil will take over. You see? Peeps, big up on yourself. May soon know when Tuesday 6:30, make it a date and don't be late. Don't look feed. Get book feed. You see? Yeah, man, I appreciate the ones them. Everybody in the building, big up on yourself. If you're here for the first time, welcome. We appreciate the support. You understand? And for the regular viewers them, I appreciate the ones. I know so enough people pressure me regular, Rosie pressure me regular if me not stream, Empress Jen pressure me regular if me not stream, Kerry reacts if me not stream, but she don't really pressure me because she know say me not take pressure like. You understand? Finna link me and say teach them what go on. Welcome to your streaming thing, you see it. Big up to the people who check in from time to time. You understand? Empress, Millicent, hope all is well. Long time, we don't know a reason. James Bond, we call and cuss and say me get comfortable and ramp out the work and then sitting and them things. But I never that, you understand? So, give thanks to everybody, man. Empress Cookie, Zane, Empress Charlene, Sizzler, Empress Joan, Nadine, DeAndre, Paul, Kerry, Philip, all of the people, Lanny, big up yourself, family. Think of the first time I see the name, manners and respect. Henry, big up yourself in a certain minor. You understand? Jerome Young, blessings every time, You see? Father Paul Myers, blessings. You understand? Yeah, man, all the people, Empress, MS, good night. Zane, blessings every time. K-Set, you've been a spam the stream from earlier and I told me in to pay attention, because build a quick room for play that, Next, man, as I respect, You know what I mean? A lot of people, but let's big up some people before I left tonight. Because I appreciate the ones, See, I know Scotty Bina says she wanted some calling stream on them time there. I don't know really what she want to talk about. Me listen. You understand? New Wave Entertainment, big up yourself and a family. Man, as all of the people who continue to watch the videos them, share the videos them, comment on the videos them, like the videos them, tell them friend about the channel. Big up to Empress Brianna Edwards. She is in the country visiting from the United States. But upon a look at ends and she sight me up and, come cross and things. So she love the thing and them something there. Big up yourself, Empress. I'm not sure if you're watching, but appreciate the support. You know what I mean? A lot of people that say we are road as I teach them, make sure the message reach them. We appreciate the ones them. Normally, no matter what we are up on the road, if somebody ill, we as a teach, we normally take with time to go across and make the ones that know, so I appreciate the things. Because I want to make the thing work, we can do a million videos, If we not appreciate and watch them, it make no sense. You see? So big up to the ones them. No matter where you're there, heart I love every time. You know the thing go. Walk good. Step with ya. Safe travel upon the grapher. Tuesday, 7:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Craig SG, big up yourself in a farm. Manners and respect, Yeah, man. Zane. Rippers Production. Blessings. Josie. Me can't wait to see the tickers. Danny. What go on, big bro? Hope all is well. Peeps. Guidance. Art of love. I'm out. Oh. 876 by birth. Yeah, me like that name that. I name the bad. Big up yourself. Inner city youth. Manners. Give thanks. Yeah, man. Peeps. Look more. We soon. I'm out.